Hey, everybody. My name is Steven Urbina, and welcome to the Bacon Hour podcast. My guests today are...
Yo. My name's Alex Gamboa. I am 17. I'm a self-proclaimed guitarist, bassist, vocalist, and I am currently in a band.
It's quite a mouthful.
Oh, yeah.
I'm Cool Guys Bro 209. I go to high school. I'm a junior. I like big anime titties. And my favorite waifu is 02. Don't at me.
That's perfectly healthy. Well, today's episode, we're going to be talking about music. Ain't that right, fellas?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude. I love music.
So, yeah. Tell me, my guys, what sort of music do you listen to? And what are what are the ones that you don't?
Well, I listen to everything, but except for country and Mexican music. Not so much.
Dude, same except minus Mexican music. I love dancing to that stuff. Not gonna lie.
I can't dance for shit. So every time when one of my friends at school, remember Daniel.
Daniel, I remember Daniel fondly. I don't know who you're talking about.
Damn. Well, every time he would like talk about like Mexican shit because he's in mariachi right now, I would go
All right.
But anyway, I listen to everything except for those two genres in general.
All right, yeah.
I pretty much listen to a lot of everything too, you know. I'm not really picky about genres. I really love just general music in general. Like anything that sounds appealing to the ear, I'll listen to, even if that means that it's country or Mexican music or traditional Hungarian tribe music, like that type of stuff. Like I'm very open and kind of diverse in my musical taste.
Not gonna lie, it's like a bit of a meme. I've really been interested in like what's it called? Mongolian throat singing, where they're just like ooh. And
oh yeah, dude, Mongolian throat singing is dope.
I'm like, dude, like next time I go to like a party, I'm like, can you put this on and like link them to a video of like just Mongolian throat? Just go on the dance floor. Everybody's gonna get confused, and I'm just like, oh yeah, rock it out. Well, you just hear like ooh and just fucking all over the dance floor.
Yeah, if you've never listened to Mongolian throat music, it's like the most chill thing that you'll ever listen to. I'm not even joking. Like, meditate to Mongolian throat music, and you'll, like, open up your fourth eye.
Dude, I'll meditate to any music, as long as it's not, like, grunge.
As long as you're listening to that shit, you know, you're just gonna be fucking vibing out on the dance floor, you know?
Yeah, vibing out on the dance floor. For me, like, I think the one, like, the two genres of music that I kind of like, you know, dislike are country, as previously stated.
Yes.
And yeah, because taking my car out to the back. No, but
you can ride around in a big green truck.
There's only like very few country songs that I like.
I despise country music.
And
they're
passion. God damn. And they're acceptable to me, but and then there's, I think it's like fucking death metal that I don't like. Yeah.
Listen.
What?
No. Listen, death metal. If you've ever listened to death metal, it's very particular. It takes a very skilled ear. It's weird and it's loud, but it's great stuff. Okay.
I mean, I listen to grunge, so like, you know, sometimes I like seeing people try to do that one song, the ooh fuck it, but they can't do it because I just down with sickness.
It's like that one meme. Oh, ah, ha, ha, ha.
Yeah, that one. That's the one I'm talking about.
Ha, ha.
Yeah, but I think for me, those are the only two genres I don't like: country and death metal, because it's either loud or it's like depressing for some reason. And you know what I'm talking about. You got something to say, Alex?
Listen, I'm gonna turn you on to something. If you may not like death metal, but I'm gonna recommend you some stuff.
What is that?
There's a great song by a band called Gojira. They're a French death metal band.
You had me at Gojira. I'm like kaiju. I'm like Godzilla.
Yeah, okay. It's a song called Global Warming. It's death metal, and you'll never expect it to be death metal. It's the most beautiful thing you'll ever hear. I'm not even joking.
Did you just say that Gojira is Irish?
No, they're French.
No, French.
They're French death metal.
Stinky
I never
Frenchmen.
knew that, to be honest with you. Never knew that.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, literally... It's fine. No. It's fine.
I'm gonna save that for later. Gojira. Is that the name of the band or the song?
That's the name of the band.
Yeah, it's the name of the band. It's Gojira.
Yeah, I know how to spell Gojira,
It's
man.
basically just Godzilla, but in
Yeah,
Japanese.
I know how to spell Gojira, all right?
I know, but
I
I was talking to that to Alex.
I've watched 1954 Godzilla back in the was it Heisei? No,
Showa
Showa era. You know,
I'm gonna be dead ass honest with you. I fucking hated the original Godzilla costume until like up until
the Showa era, like the 1954 one, like way back.
he just had like a fucking weird ass head until he got, I don't know. When did he get like an updated fucking body?
It was the Heisei. It was a Heisei.
Yeah, I
era.
love the Heisei timeline,
The
especially when
Heisei
he
era, and then I kind of like a bit of the Showa era because it's cool. And they had Kiryu. Anyways, we're not talking here. We're talking about.
Yeah, we're not talking about fucking kaijus and shit on this podcast. It's all about music.
Fun fact: Clifford's considered a kaiju.
That's fucking
I'm not joking.
Clifford the Kaiju. Oh yeah.
I'm rooting for that live action film. Okay, so tell me, we're gonna move on a little bit here. What are your favorite singers, bands, and like musical artists, man? Like name them off. I don't in no particular order.
Can I like name them all? Or
yeah.
Okay. So from metal or like rock, the subgenre from rock, from what I can say is
Go on.
What first got me into rock specifically was Linkin Park because my cousin and my mother listened to them, and then from their point on, it went from like fucking I think it was from Alex back in like I don't know, freshman year.
Yeah.
That he got me into Trivium or
Trivium.
Yeah, Trivium, and then I went from Tool, and then my favorite band, Slipknot. Fucking love Slipknot.
Oh.
I know like fucking everything.
Yeah, dude. I was really like, for me, like when I looked at Slipknot, I'm like, what the fuck is this? Fucking what's that movie? Fucking Road Fury. Mad Max. Yeah, I'm like, what is this shit? Why is the drummer wearing a fucking mask with this like thing coming out? Whatever, just go on.
Yeah, and then from like the poppy side of everything, it would be The Weeknd. I love The Weeknd. I'm most likely going to be seeing him on tour when he comes to LA in like in March.
I want to hear fucking what's that one song with Daft Punk? I Feel It Coming. Yeah.
Work it, make it.
That's not.
It's on it.
Okay.
And then I think the last thing that I listened to pop would be Brockhampton. I fucking love Brockhampton. They're like really fucking talented artists.
Wow, damn. Alex,
Tell
us.
Yeah, I have a really diverse taste in music, and to be totally honest, like when I was growing up, I was really into like heavier hardcore rock and metal, but as of late, I've kind of been falling out of it in a strange way. But like currently, I guess my favorite artist that I can name off the top of my head from rock and metal and that type of stuff would be, of course, Radiohead. Radiohead's like one of my favorite bands of all time. I love Tom York as a singer. Pearl Jam. Eddie Vedder. I love Eddie Vedder's voice. Who else can I think of? I have like some relatively new guys. Sleep. I love the band Sleep. Stoner jam metal band.
Nirvana.
Yeah, Nirvana.
Foo Fighters.
Yeah, Foo Fighters, of course. There are a few other guys I can. Trivium, System of a Down.
Yeah, I love System of a Down.
Yeah, System of a Down. Who else can I think of? Gojira. Joe Duplantier from Gojira is awesome. God, man. Rammstein. I love Rammstein. Love industrial metal, Nine Inch Nails. But then, like, once you get out of that, like, into more popular stuff, I really like Joji. I love Joji.
I forgot to mention Joji.
I love Joji. Who else can I think of? That's newer.
J. Cole.
Yeah, J. Cole. All of Dreamville.
XXX Woman Beater.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Shit, cut that.
Lil Peep. Lil Dicky. No. And then guys like Jim Croce, like older guys from the 70s, Jim Croce, Bob Dylan, Johnny Cash. God, man, I can go on forever about like my favorite musical artist because it's just there's such a diverse range there for me.
I can tell. Shit. For me, it's probably like getting like where I would begin is probably like the hits of like yesteryear. I'm talking like I recently got into like Queen a lot, and I love Freddie Mercury. I love Queen. I love the whole band. Elton John I also really got into recently, and like stuff from like across like more east to like Japan and shit. City pop. It's a good genre of music when you're just in the car and you're like, let's listen to some like Maria Takeuchi, Plastic Lover, fucking I don't know, dude. Some other like city pop thing. Brandon, you have something to say? What? What's going on?
I do.
What? Just pop in, dude. Like
I fucking hate K-pop with a fucking passion.
Same.
That shit's fucking annoying. I swear to God, you have no idea how many fucking people play that shit in school. It pisses me off so hard.
It's called the kids with the backpack speakers, dude. They're still around. Kids with the backpack speakers playing K-pop.
That shit be ghetto as fuck with the backpack speakers.
God damn. You know what? I do agree with you guys. I don't like K-pop. Never really took an interest to it. But yeah, man. Get a little controversial in here. Hope I don't get flamed.
Yeah, with BTS's new album coming out.
No, Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Wow, shit.
I'd rather have my fucking ears bleed than listen to fucking BTS again.
Jesus Christ.
Dude, I'm seriously gonna like I'm gonna be like, should I upload this or no? You know what? I don't care, dude. I really don't care. It's my opinion. It's our opinion, right?
Our opinion.
Our opinion. Communism. Our opinion. So yeah. City pop, and then there's a lot of like this stuff that I like got into like a couple years ago, lo-fi. If you guys have heard of it,
Lo-fi is the shit.
Yeah, lo-fi's dope.
Lo-fi,
Oh right.
yeah, lo-fi. I like artists like Ginseng, Patsu, Elijah Hu. It's weird saying those names out loud because it's like, who the fuck are these people? And like they're lo-fi artists.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's
to me, I hate to cut in when you're talking.
no,
but
just go for it, dude. I don't care.
Cool. Like I don't really care for the artist as long as it sounds
as it pops, then
as long as it's like fucking a bop, then I'll be jamming that shit when it's raining and playing Minecraft at like 3 a.m.
Oh man, yeah.
Yeah, I can vibe with lo-fi stuff. I'm into guys like Idealism.
Oh, Idealism.
I love Idealism. Lo-fi is kind of like lo-fi is like the millennials' perfection of smooth jazz.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of like passing time music. Like the millennials perfected it with lo-fi.
Yeah, it's our generation's music.
Yeah, it's dope.
Oh, yeah,
it's dope stuff.
Also like vaporwave and like future funk.
Yes, dude.
What's it called? That one
My
song,
channel theme on my YouTube channel is like
Macintosh Plus, or no?
I fuck with that, but like my
Vector.
my general like
Consensus.
theme and shit for my channel is like vaporwave and whatnot. Like my profile on my YouTube is like a vaporwave of Toon Link from Wind Waker, I think.
Yeah.
And I just like I wanted to like start a channel and be like, motherfucking Leafy Clown.
Yeah.
But that shit's not working out, so I might as well just like move on to like
the original
Rainbow Six Siege and shit because I love Siege. Yeah.
Be original. But yeah. Future funk, dude. It's pretty much like times 10 city pop, because it's pretty much they just got like they sampled city pop songs and they just add like so many like dip the sound in the pool and then bring it back out, or you know what I'm talking about, and then they add like they just amp everything up, and it's just really cool when you're like just driving down a palm tree filled road in your 1983 DMC-12. Don't quote me on that. Actually do. But yeah, those genres. And then I also really am into just straight up 80s music, because that's an era I love. I wish I was born in there, but then again I'm like, nah, there's a lot of shit wrong in the world then. And
I kind of wish I was born in the 90s, to be honest with you guys.
Or
I don't really know why.
I just feel like I belong there, right?
Well, I don't want to sound like an edgelord and say
I know.
that, but I just feel like I don't know if the 90s had like really good cartoons and shit,
I don't
like
blame you.
like what's a good one from like I wish I was like born from like late 90s to early 2000s. And like
That's not any different than now. You
No, I
really
mean-
weren't missing stuff. If you
Well,
were
I mean, I
born in,
was
like,
talking about like the era of like the golden age of cartoons on like Cartoon Network and shit.
So we're thinking like 96, 97.
Yeah, somewhere around there, because you know you got like.
But then you'd be like 1 or 2 or 3, and you wouldn't even understand what's going on. And then by the time it's like 2000, you're like, oh man, I missed. You know, they're just rerunning Ed, Ed and Eddie. It's not coming out anymore.
Yeah, the shit that they do now for like revamped shows like Teen Titans Go, I'm like really annoyed with that.
Same.
Yeah, man, dude. The 90s were great. I mean, musically, like, I get what you're saying about, like, the 80s. Like, the 80s was a great era for music. The 80s brought us stuff like... I think that was the first real technological era of music, if you think about it. Because you had new wave bands like Tears for Fears and Duran Duran, and you had all these bands that were first starting to use synthesizers.
Yeah.
Like, synthesizers were, like...
You okay, buddy?
Listen, Steven.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, synthesizers were like the big revolutionary thing of the 80s. Without the synthesizer.
It's when everything became all like techno and shit, you know.
Yeah.
Right when the 2000s hit, it was like the business age, and we're using cell phones in public now that aren't bricks.
Yeah, dude. But like with the synthesizer, I mean, you had like the really early 80s synths like the Juno 6 and the Juno 106 by Roland. And then you had the Prophet 5. You had the Mini Foog by Moog. You had all of these different analog synthesizers that were polyphonic now, and that you could play more than just one straight note on, and that opened up so many capabilities for music at the time. Because when synthesizers back in the early 70s, like the Mini Moog, you could only play one note and only one tone would play.
It's dumb.
But
it's so limited now.
Yeah, but once you had the Juno 6 and the Juno 106 and the devices that came after that, you finally had polyphonic capabilities, so you could create melodies with synthesizers now. And it was like, that was a big thing. Like, you hear it everywhere, even in Queen records.
Ooh.
You hear it in Queen records, you hear it in Madonna records, you hear it in all of those different eras of records, even like hair metal. Like, you hear it in Van Halen stuff all the time.
Wow.
Like, the synthesizers were like a big thing in the 80s.
I mean, well, like, yeah.
It's so good to have Alex on this podcast.
Dude, I'm over here like, I'm learning.
Yeah, this guy
is knowledgeable.
Yeah, I'm so glad I asked you if he can join me, because this guy right here is like...
fun fact, you two were supposed to be like separate guests, but I'm like, you know what, let's kill two birds with one stone, let's just bring him on. But yeah, Alex over here is flexing his knowledge on music.
This guy's like a music nut. He's a
music nut.
Damn geek.
He's
and I'm gonna try from now on to not curse as much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you know.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep it at like a level 2.
Dude, you've made your mark with the whole K-pop thing, man. That's it.
I'm done there.
You and I and all of us here are on the map now. But anyways,
we're gonna be targeted for assassination next.
We are. Please protect us. So let's move on to our next thing. So do you guys, out of like the bands and like the singers that you know, what is some like really interesting like band art, musical artist history? For me, like it's Gorillaz, because I forgot to name that to you.
Hell yeah.
I love Gorillaz.
Gorillaz is the shit.
Yeah, no, I love Gorillaz because the fact that there's just these two guys. One's a musician, the other's an artist. One is responsible for making these animated band members who technically do not exist, but their music does. Their music very much does exist. And ever since like early 90s or something, like they have been making music videos, and like they've added lore behind these music videos, and it's all an interconnected story, and it has been going on since when they started with the first album. And it has been going, and it's still going on to this day. They're like they call the each arc of every story
like a phase. Phase 1, 2, 3, 4.
Phase 1, 2, 3, 4. And then right now they're on phase 5, and I'm like, still love the music. Been listening since 2010, Plastic Beach.
I think my favorite album off of Gorillaz would have to be the first one, 2000, and then Demon Days.
Just Gorillaz.
Just Gorillaz and like general, and then Demon Days.
Clint Eastwood, Demon Days. Then there was The Fall, Plastic Beach. And then
those are bops.
Yeah, G-sides. Was it G-sides and was it D-sides?
D-sides.
D-sides. And then there was Come Home Laika or whatever.
I haven't heard that one yet.
That one's like a collaboration between them and like Space Monkeys.
Oh, that's cool.
Weird. And then there was then there was the Now and then Humans, or Humans and then the Now.
I didn't really
or
like
the other way around.
Humans as much, but with the Now, I get the vibe with it every now and then.
I love the Now too because it's my most favorite song there is Humility just because of the music video.
Oh yeah, dude.
Jack
Black makes like a lot of cameos.
And there's Ace from the Powerpuff Girls, just straight up Ace from the Powerpuff Girls.
Yeah, ever since Murdoch went to jail, he's like, all right, we're just gonna replace him until he gets out of jail. So you're just gonna be in it.
He was pretty much just a placeholder character.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, they like collaborated in like one of the Powerpuff Girl episodes.
I know. There's like one Easter egg in the movie where there's like Mojo Jojo's reading a newspaper and then it's like on the newspaper says Gorillas Live.
Yeah, I was talking about that one. Yeah.
What the fuck? But yeah, to me that's the most interesting band history like story there. I'm sure there's one, but I can't like think of it or anything.
So wait, are you gonna talk about your favorite band history or what?
You talk about yours first.
No, you
just jump in, ladies and gentlemen, ladies.
Right. Again, I mentioned them earlier. You're never gonna believe it. You're never gonna believe who they are. But it's Radiohead.
Oh, really?
If you guys don't, Radiohead's band history is so deep and interesting. It's like because when Radiohead was formed, Radiohead was conceived at a 800-year-old boys only school in Oxshire, England, where they were originally called On a Friday.
On a Friday. Because
that was just the day that they would meet. But when they all shipped off for university, they kind of broke up. But once they got back together, the name Radiohead is actually just stolen from a Talking Heads song.
Wow.
So that's a fun fact. And what's really interesting about Radiohead is that if you really look at the lore of all of their albums, like they're very detailed with conceptualizing stories. I mean, that was kind of developed after they released Pablo Honey and then The Bends, which is their freshman and sophomore efforts. But once they hit OK Computer was a big album. Like, rock music today is not rock music without OK Computer. Because OK Computer took abstract rock and conceptual rock to a whole nother level.
Wow.
And then...
So they revolutionized it, kind of.
Yeah, and then they just decided to take the biggest left turn in music history ever and released Kid A. Kid A is not a rock album. Kid A is an abstract electronic Radiohead album, but it was the best decision ever. And they had a social media presence, and they released Amnesiac and Hail to the Thief, and then they released OK Rainbows, or In Rainbows. If you don't know what about In Rainbows was essentially a free album. They got released from EMI, their old record label, and they released the album independently, and basically they released it a week earlier and let their fans pay how much they wanted for that record.
That is so effing cool. So you could just be like, hey,
yeah, you pretty much could pay
zero.
You could enter in zero.
Wow. And
you could get the album. And after their latest album, A Moon-Shaped Pool, came out, they deleted their entire social media presence. Like, it's... There's so much that goes into the history and the story behind Radiohead. Like, that's an entire podcast episode in itself.
Sure sounds like it. Oh my gosh. Still though, like, you know, that's really that's squeaky. But yeah, dude, Radiohead. I want to look more into the story and you know maybe do an episode on that. I don't know. Don't quote me on that.
Well. Wow, I don't even know how to start off my favorite band's history.
From the beginning.
Thanks. Well, as I said before earlier during this podcast, my favorite band is Slipknot, of course. Their history is like really dark in a way, if I can say that correctly.
Mm-hmm.
It all started with like the drummer, his name, ex-drummer. His name was Jordy Jordison.
Jordy Jordison.
Or, no, Joey.
Joey.
I get screwed up because his last name and shit.
Yeah.
But anyway, he was working at a Sinclair, and he had a buddy named Sean Crayon.
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 Whatever.
But the in the band he's called a clown because he wears a clown mask.
Yeah.
And oh god, I'm nervous. I'm sorry,
dude. It's fine.
But
chill out.
People in the comments can just tell me if I
They
made a
can
mistake
correct
or
you or
not.
something.
Yeah, they can just correct me. I really don't care. I'm all in for like,
Criticism.
oh, you know, you said
You
this
said
wrong.
that wrong. He didn't do that. It was 19. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and I'm like, okay, cool, thank you.
Okay.
You know.
But go on.
So anyway, they wanted to like start a band, and they wanted to be,
What?
I really don't know like how to say it, but like
What?
they wanted to be big.
They want to be big.
They wanted
successful.
to like, yeah, like extremely successful.
Okay.
So they recruited two guitarists.
Yeah.
One of them was Donnie. I think it was Donnie Steele, and then Donnie Steele, and then Craig Jones. Craig Jones would later become the samplist for the band,
Oh.
and Donnie would later leave and be replaced with Mick Thompson. And Mick Thompson, my God, thick boy. I love him.
Thick boy.
Hella thick boy. That guy's intimidating. If I were to like meet him in prison,
He'd be like, like.
yeah, he's like extremely bulky. He's like the Hulk, but you know, he's not green and like
Yeah, I know.
ripped like Arnold.
Dude, is he a guitarist, right?
Yeah.
How the fuck is he playing guitar if he's got like big ass fucking hands?
Well, he's been playing guitar for like 30 years or so.
It would make sense if he was like a bassist.
No, the bassist was Paul Gray, and Paul Gray was either the founder or the co-founder of Slipknot.
Mm.
And like, I'm just gonna time skip ahead to like 2010.
Okay. Yeah.
He died of a accident. I think it was an accidental overdose on a medication that his doctor gave him. And so anyway, back to like 97 or so. They recruited the frontman of Stone Sour, Corey Taylor. And Corey Taylor just had like the voice that Slipknot wanted. Besides the other singer, which was no, it wasn't Sean. He's a backup. It was some guy named Anders. I don't know his last name, but it's Anders something.
Mm-hmm.
And so they decided to get together before Corey came in. It was like, I think it was Joey, Paul, Sean, Craig, and then Donnie. I think it was like 5 or 6. I don't really remember.
There's a lot of band members.
There's like 9. Wow. Yeah. Damn. So anyway, they decided to make a demo called Mate, Feed, Kill, Repeat.
Uh-huh.
And it was like extremely what's the word I'm looking
Graphic?
for? Not graphic in a way.
It was raw.
Raw, like
Raw.
extremely raw.
Damn.
Like they had to like Joey was working at a Sinclair at the time.
Yeah.
And he had him and Sean, like the other guys, had to like save up a shit ton of money and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
So once like a few people left the band, you know, like I said, they recruited Craig Jones to be the custom percussionist and backup vocalist, along with Sean Clown. Joey was the main drummer, and then Mick Thompson. He got recruited because he used to be a guitar teacher.
Yeah.
And Corey just came in at like last minute along with his buddy Jim, who was in Stone Sour at the time. And so Stone Sour broke up, but then got back together around 2005, 2004, around when Slipknot released their third album called Volume 3, The Subliminal Verses.
Oh yeah.
And like, just to say, I love that album.
Oh, hey, man.
And God, I'm just rambling. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
I can just take my time though, right?
Yeah, you take your time.
Okay, cool.
Just, whenever you feel the story should wrap up, just wrap it
Okay.
up.
So then after that, they signed with Roadrunner in like 90, 98, 99, 98, I ought to say. And at the time when they were recording their self-titled Slipknot, their debut album, Donnie, was it Don? I think it was Donnie, left, and then, you know, Jim or James came in. And like, they made it big when they went to Ozfest 99, and then after that, they just blew the hell up.
Wow.
Yeah, and then after that, they toured for like 2-3 years.
2-3 years.
And like, they were like really young, like around their 20s or so.
Wow, shoot.
Yeah. And like what was sad about their second album called Iowa. Iowa is supposedly to be the most darkest Slipknot album because it involves like all the 9 guys doing a lot of drugs at the time, especially with Corey, because Corey did a lot of, he was addicted to drinking, and like he used to smoke, but he doesn't smoke no more. He was like smoke a lot, drink a lot, and then like I don't know, but Iowa was like extremely dark. Mm-hmm. If I ought to say, if I were able to show you or play you a snippet of one of their songs, it would be Left Behind. And I feel like to me Left Behind is like really dark, along with I Am Hated and The Shape.
Wow, shoot.
And then after that, everyone got sober for a while. During Volume 3 is when Corey got sober because he almost I don't feel like I should say this.
What?
He tried to Kermit Stewart.
Okay, yeah.
I'm just gonna say Kermit. He tried to Kermit, and then he said, screw this. I'm gonna get sober. So he got sober, and during the next cycle, which was All Hope Is Gone, which is like another album. It's like second of my favorite albums. During the last of their tour dates, their bassist Paul Gray had passed away too. Like I said, accidental overdose of prescription drugs.
Damn.
And then in 2013, their founding drummer Joey left because he had like some kind of disease that like made his legs all screwy. So that's why he left.
Yeah.
And so the bassist got replaced with V-Man or Alexandro Ventura, or they call him V-Man for short. And then the new drummer, Jay Weinberg, and he's a fan. And luckily, he was in like a bunch of bands before he joined Slipknot, and like he had a manager saying, "Hey, there's a band that wants to like recruit a new drummer because the other one opted out." And he's like, "Okay," and then
took it.
He met with like Clown and like all the others. And so he got recruited. And then recently, I think my freshman year is when the other percussionist, Chris Fain, left because of a lawsuit or whatever. So he left and he got replaced with the infamous Tortilla Man.
Man.
Yeah, it's basically just another member.
Okay.
Because that's what the maggots, because that's what the community's called, maggots.
Maggots.
And the maggots just call him Tortilla Man because his mask literally looks like a goddamn tortilla. And so here they toured this summer from the U.S. and now they're in the U.K. But then they're going to be coming back here like next year. So I'm really hoping I get to see them when they go to L.A.
All right, nice.
And I think that's about it.
All right, well, man, that's a handful. You like went from like nervous and then you like just started going.
Hey man, once I get into like Slipknot, there's like no going back until like say all the straight facts, dude.
Yeah, spin straight facts. I think this is we're gonna take a break and
intermission or what?
Little intermission.
Alrighty, cool.
Yeah, so that's say whatever you want before we go into this weird commercial.
Hell yeah, intermission, boys.
Intermission.
We have some sad news for you. Rock and roll is dead and pop is in. Why not discover the excitement of the science of music yourself at Synth & Son, the home of keyboards. Thanks to the science of music, you don't need musical talent to make great music. Just listen. I created that just by pressing a button. Synthesizers are the new wave. Why work hard on difficult compositions when a machine can make music better than you've ever dreamed of? You'll be the hit of the party. It's perfect for in-restaurant entertainment, cover bands, and funerals. Make fugues funky and death marches danceable. It's the science of music at Synth & Son. Remember, you don't know you're a musician until you try.
And we are back after that little small break. I don't know about you guys, but that product that's been thing. I try it. I don't know about you guys, but it's probably not even real. Okay. Yeah. Let's move on to the questions. Because we got a few, not a whole lot.
How do you not like Surge? How do you not like Surge?
Surge what? Surge
drink.
Tankin? Surge?
The drink.
Oh, Surge. Dude. I don't know. Anyways, so our first question comes from this really cool guy. His name's Josiah. I don't know him personally. I think he's probably the guy that was on the last episode, but I heard he's a pretty cool guy.
That dude sounds really fucking cool.
Yeah, he does. Yeah. Anyways, so he asked, "What's your favorite era of music? Also, is there an era of music that you feel is underrated?" For me, favorite era of music, dude, just straight up like, and I know like I'm more into like the 80s stuff, but dude, like when like rock music, like rock and roll in the 50s, I love. It's my favorite era because it was back in the time when like the parents were like, oh, it's devil music, and they were like, no, it's not. They like put the chord on the jukebox, so like let's look vibe. And so and for an era of music that's underappreciated, dude, I don't know, man.
I don't know either. I'm just gonna say that right now.
Yeah.
I have like no idea.
Okay, so but what about your favorite era of music?
My favorite era would probably be like, probably 90s rock and then like classic fucking rap music. Cause today's rap, I'm gonna be like honest with you, I hate today's rap music. I really do. You don't understand what the fuck they're saying half the time. It's like Lil Pump. He like someone.
Yeah, I know how it goes.
And then like, but I just stopped listening to modern rap and just listen to like the classics. But like with like R&B, I listen to like Chris Brown and The Weeknd, and you know, they got some bops. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, Alex.
Yeah, dude. Favorite era of music for me? That's a tough one. I think that probably goes to either. I'm gonna say the 60s.
60s.
I'm gonna say the 60s because the 60s. I'm going to say specifically 1961 to 1970, a little bit past the 60s, but in that era of music, because we got a lot of really great artists then. We got guys like Jimi Hendrix, we got Zeppelin, we got The Who, we got all of these great classic rock acts. 1970, actually, fun fact, last week, Black Sabbath's self-titled debut turned 50.
Wow. Damn.
So we got Sabbath in 1970. But like all of the acts that I grew up with and that have left a lasting impact on me came from the 60s. And so that's what I'm going to say is my personal favorite music era. Underrated era? Oh God. Probably the 70s. The 70s doesn't get a lot of love. Not as much as it should, especially with disco.
Yeah.
Like I feel like people fucking hate disco.
MC Hammer.
Dude, disco died.
Yeah, disco died so hard, but like you had acts like ABBA. Dude, ABBA bops.
Dude, you also had was it Shalmar?
Yeah, you had Shalmar. Dude.
No. Was Prince out at the time or no?
No, Prince was 80s.
Oh, okay. Never
But then you had like Tower of Power. You had some great music from the 70s that I just feel like isn't appreciated anymore.
I know.
So that's my pick at least.
Yeah. All right. Our next question comes from a guy called Noche Dolor, and I know this guy. I think he asked something on the last episode, but he asked and it's in conjunction to the last guy, Josiah. He's like, why does Josiah like bad music? I'm like, dude, what? Why does anybody like bad music?
Josiah hating bad music?
I think Noche Dolor. I think it's bold of you to assume that Josiah likes bad music. You remember the Ninja? I think, and this one goes out to you, Noche Dolor. Dude, the TMNT when they had that band. Come on, dude.
I'm just gonna be honest.
He's got a cool mustache, by the way. Noche Dolor's got a cool mustache.
I was hanging out with a buddy of mine after school. We went to go get no, it wasn't after school. It was like during lunch, and this guy was playing Hoochie Mama, and you know,
is that is it what?
No, it's a song by the Two Life Crew or whatever.
Right.
I hardly listen to them anyway.
Okay.
And then like I think like a few months ago, no, like 2 weeks ago, this guy played Brockhampton. I'm like, ooh yeah, I can rap to this. I can like rap to like half of the song, you know. Man, but that dude Josiah, he sounds hella cool. He should hit me up and like hang out more.
Dude, I wish I could get him on my podcast.
Hell yeah, dude.
You know what? I think Josiah just listens to bad music because he's a scrub. I love him, but he's a scrub, man. Like, play some better music in your truck, homie. Come on.
How do you love him when you never met him?
All right.
Listen.
All right. The next question goes from a person called Ugly Sandwiches. Yeah, I love that name. And it kind of goes in conjunction with the first question. What genre is underappreciated? Dude, for me, It's lo-fi, it's vaporwave, future funk. Listen to more of that stuff. I don't care if you can't understand what the song is saying because it's in like Japanese. Dude, I don't care, dude. It's a bop. Okay.
With me, I think it would be lo-fi, vaporwave, and I think it'd just be those two. I don't feel like metal would be underappreciated, unless you're like, religious and say it's devil music.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm like, first of all, I want you to do your facts before you say like
What are you
my favorite
straight facts?
You're like, do your facts before you say, oh they're satanic. They
call
the devil. They sacrifice goats.
They got the upside down cross in their thing.
And I'm like, dude, you need to do more research. Just because you search up the word devil on YouTube, and the song title has the word devil, air quotes, devil in the name, doesn't mean that they're satanic.
Oh man, I don't like it because it's very.
Yeah, dude, exactly. All my friends on PlayStation criticize me because I listen to Slipknot.
Dude,
and they think that they're satanic.
If that's your thing,
it pisses me off, and I'm like,
if that's your thing, dude.
If
that's your thing, dude, just own it, man. It's your interest, dude. People like I recommend them like the music that I listen to, and they're like, I asked them like, oh, okay, which was your favorite song? And they're like, I don't know, I haven't got to listen. And be like, you're missing out.
Yeah, it's kind of hard for me. Like, if you were to ask me like what my favorite album from Slipknot and my favorite song from Slipknot, it would be Volume 3, the Subliminal Verses with like the whole track listing. That would be my favorite album. Mm-hmm. Then like my favorite song would be from All Hope Is Gone, their 4th album, and that would be either Dead Memories or Snuff, because Snuff is an acoustic track and it just slaps. It hits me. It hits me in a different way.
You're goddamn right. It probably slaps. I don't listen to that, but yeah.
What was the question again? Favorite
a genre that's underappreciated.
Genre that's underappreciated? Extreme jazz, extreme progressive jazz music. Okay, hear me out. Like, there's a great scene in New York right now of great professional jazz musicians. Guys like Shub Sharon, the band Sungazer's really dope. A lot of these really experimental progressive jazz musicians, like that stuff. You show somebody jazz and they're like, oh, it's just really slow and it's really complicated. No, this stuff slaps. This stuff is awesome. If you've never heard Sungazer or Shub Sharon, I'd highly recommend it. Like, those two are my great example of really progressive jazz music that I feel like people just don't give enough love, because jazz is in the name and jazz is such a slow and monotonous genre.
It's really like tied together with like you said, it's slow and people think it's like really kind of like they expect like tune, like just low fidelity, not low fidelity, but like low kind of tone of music. I don't know how to put it in words.
And Alex, correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't like Kenny G jazz in a way?
Is Kenny G jazz?
Yeah, dude, Kenny G's jazz.
Okay.
Kenny G slaps.
There you go. Kenny G confirmed jazz.
Yeah, my mother used to listen to Kenny G like a shit ton when I was younger, along with like Morrissey, I think.
Dude, I can't even get Bohemian Rhapsody out of my head.
Galileo.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I hope we don't get copyrighted.
No, you won't. As long as it's not like the actual track, whatever. Yeah, I think that does for the questions. Like, yeah, I can't. Questions? No, I that's it.
No, right.
Yeah, can't get Bohemian Rhapsody out of my head. And dude, I wish I could sing it, but I don't have that powerful of a voice. Yeah.
How about we ask you some questions?
So like just straight
host
up Q&A.
I mean, I guess. I mean, it's up to you. You're the host.
Yeah. Okay. Do it. Shoot. I don't. It doesn't even have to pertain to this topic.
Alrighty.
What?
Shoot.
Fire away.
I'm not gonna be. Shut the fuck up.
What? Come on, dude. Take it up the time. Let's go.
Oh God, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
What?
What? Yeah. I swear.
How do you feel about Steven Universe ending?
I'm not funny. No. I'm gonna really miss it because like I started watching that show when it like first came out. I've been there since day one, and like but like I'm really sad to just see it go because like it's this next month, as is the date of this recording. It'll be over. and
I just barely realized, just real quick, it's been on air for like 7 years.
yeah, after
My God,
yeah,
that's
after-
like half of my goddamn childhood before I went to middle school.
yeah, after Future and that Adventure Time Distant Lands HBO Max series. That's it. Like the 2010 cartoons are over. I know regular show already ended and like all that stuff, but yeah,
Regular show slapped.
yeah, it did. Mordecai's a simp. No, no. But I'm gonna no. If you say Finn or Gumball, it doesn't count. They're like middle school age, dude.
Well, yeah, they may be like middle school age, but like I grew up with like Gumball at the same time, like around Adventure Time started. But like over time, like I just grew old with Gumball. Like I like its older episodes, but like its newer episodes to me are just starting to get completely stupid. But everyone has their opinions.
Preference.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna miss Steven Universe when it goes.
Okay. I have a good one because this one's near and dear to my heart. How do you feel about the Scooby-Doo reboot?
Dude.
Oh yeah.
Because I am so hurt as resident Shaggy in the room right now. I am so hurt by the reboot.
I think, like, get him out of there. Like, okay, like I like how they kept like Scooby's voice actor. Like
Reggie?
like Reggie. They're like, hey Scoob, why don't you try your moocher? Like, well, I don't know. Let me give it a shot.
Reggie, I would like
I'm going to Yoda now. God
Reggie, I would like
Reggie, give me water, give me Scooby snack, Reggie.
Reggie, give me water, give me Scooby snacks.
Roma pretty.
Yeah,
Go out with Roma.
Yeah.
I like Scoob.
well, like Scoob.
Oh my God.
Yeah. But no, to answer your question, Alex, dude, if they could, and if I really wish they would listen to the fans, I would say, like, dude, everybody that is not Scooby, get out and redub the because it's very simple. They just have to redub the characters. The movie's already probably finished. They just, if they like, the fans are not satisfied with Will Forte being like Shaggy or like Zac Efron being thing. I don't like that, dude. Bring back that, dude. You can't have Daphne without her being like Grey Delay. That she's definitively Daphne now.
Where are my glasses?
Yeah, dude.
Her voice, dude. Velma's voice actors changed so much, but I like the one in Mystery Inc. So
Yeah, dude. Honestly, I'm a big advocate to bring back Matthew Lillard as Shaggy.
Yeah.
If Matthew Lillard could be the voice actor for Shaggy.
I feel like he's been so like shit on because when they made like
the Shaggy memes.
No, when they made the Be Cool Scooby Doo, like that really like dumb looking one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be
they like he like went out on Twitter saying like, well, that's how Hollywood works. They don't call you, they don't do nothing. They just pretty much just slap it on there and say, hey, we didn't call you for this.
Yeah, dude. And it's like Matthew Lillard became so associated with him after the first two films, and it's like, dude, come on. Like, it's almost like Matthew Lillard's like voice was designed for this. And like, aside from, I grew up watching the original '60s cartoon.
Yeah.
Like, that's near and dear to my heart.
Casey, whatever.
I mean, I'm pretty sure everyone grew up with like the '60s Scooby Doo show.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like a guaranteed childhood shit. And if you're and if
like
it's
the caveman's out here and be like, well, we're in there. Elm, I just forgot. Like, where's the thing? He's just like,
I think
smoking.
like one of the episodes that like traumatized me the most was when they went to like that circus episode.
Are you talking about the one with like the robot?
Yeah, that freaky ass
Yeah,
robot.
yeah.
The one that looks like a cyclops with like the weird ass visor.
Yeah.
That traumatized me. Worse than Chucky. Chucky was like, ooh,
Yeah.
no.
Nah, dude. Favorite '60s Scooby-Doo episode? Captain Cutler, baby.
Captain Cutler.
Like, dude, Captain Cutler. Like,
Well, no, we gotta run.
yeah, like that.
This is turning like a voice acting session.
Yeah, man, like total voice acting sesh.
Oh
No.
Oh my god, stop.
God, yeah, no, I'm not. That's the only time that you get that.
Yeah, I used to do it so well back then, but my voice was so weird.
Favorite anime? What is?
Cannot tell because so many I have.
Name one.
Fully coolly it is.
Good one, indeed.
One Piece.
Hella trippy it is.
Don't get me started on One.
One Piece is the best anime.
Do you love One Piece? Go watch it. Go read the manga. Go do everything what you can with it. Go buy the products and stuff. I'm not. This isn't sponsored by Toho or anything. Or
We're not sponsored by any
We're not sponsored
company
by
that
anything.
made anime.
yeah, we're not sponsored by anything.
But my favorite anime
Currently watching.
It's kind of hard because like the last
recording.
the day of this recording, I'm currently watching Domestic Girlfriend.
I personally, right now, dude, I'm like totally into Keep Your Hands Off Izuken because it's so cool. They like stylize the shit out of the whole anime.
But yeah, but like the last anime that I watched is like back in August and was recommended by one of my senior friends that graduated. Her name was Alex, and like she said, "Oh well, have you seen Darling in the Franxx?" And I said, "I haven't." So she's like, "Oh, you should watch it. It's pretty good."
And that's how we got to here.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'd like to say I don't watch a lot of anime anymore. I used to watch a lot of anime, but like still to this day, I keep up with One Piece because One Piece is still my favorite anime. I grew up watching One Piece.
Do you read it?
Everyone grew up watching Naruto.
Yeah, everybody grew up watching either Naruto, DBZ, or One Piece.
I grew up watching like One Piece and DBZ, not so much Naruto.
For me,
But
it was
I like the concepts.
For me, it was One Piece and Cowboy Bebop.
I've yet to watch Cowboy Bebop.
Dude, really?
Yeah.
Dude, Cowboy Bebop's a straight classic.
I'm currently watching both, or like I want to plan to watch Cowboy Bebop, but right now I'm currently watching Evangelion just because I want to like mind fuck myself again.
Just real quick, have you seen Space? No, is it
Space Dandy?
Yeah, have you seen Space Dandy?
Yeah, I've seen Space Dandy.
What do you think of it?
It's cool. I like the second season when they just straight up made like episodic episodes that don't connect, and they're just like, okay.
So like filler episodes, basically.
Filler episodes, but they're like so cool. They're so cool.
And one more for this question. What about have you seen Soul Eater? What's your opinion on Soul Eater?
Soul Eater, I love. I really wish they would have continued the anime.
Me too.
Because like it doesn't end where the anime it keeps going.
I mean, they made a spinoff called Soul Eater, and I don't.
That
like
one
it.
I don't like because it's like.
It has a weird art style to it, and I just.
They made Maka and Soul look like models, and I'm like, they don't look like models, dude.
They made them look like.
They're supposed to look like the thick outlined characters that you see in the anime, the manga and shit.
That's they look like, to me, if I remember correctly, they look either really, really young or like extremely old.
Their skin looks too smooth.
It's like way too smooth, like computer generated kind of smooth.
Yeah. But yeah, I love Soul Eater. I like the author. I just only like the author for like a Soul Eater. When they did Fire Force, I dropped that anime so fast. It was just fan service. I'm like, dude, where's the fire? This is a different kind of fire.
All right, I got a good question because this pertains. Joji's Run thoughts.
Joji's Run thoughts.
I thought it was pretty good. I mean, I don't really know how to like say it, but to me, I just thought it was pretty good. Like overall, good, solid, like 9 out of 10.
Same. I think it's a bop. It's a 9 out of 10, and dude, I love Joji. Like when I first listened to him, I'm like, this is the same guy who has been out there saying yes, and I'm like, this. Yeah, that's really good. And they're bops, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. To think that this man did the Harlem Shake. And now
he started it.
This man did the Harlem Shake, and now he's here putting out Billboard topping tracks. Like to think about Ballads 1, to think about like progressing into Sanctuary, and now him doing Run. It's almost like the perfect musical evolution. Like to go from this really not necessarily low budget, but very lo-fi-esque album, like that's just very raw, to something as beautiful and as like diverse and soundscapey as Run. Like I really, really loved it, and I can't wait for his next full length.
All right, I have time for I've think for one more question from you guys.
One more.
Right. Make it good.
Ooh, Alex, do you want to take this one?
I'll take this one.
All
I
right.
got a good one.
All right, take this one.
All right.
Okay, this is a great question because I think it goes back into the topic that we were talking about for the podcast itself.
Yeah.
And least favorite song of all time.
Least favorite song of all time. Least favorite song of all time has to be. Oh, shit! I can't. Oh man, you put me on the spot. There's one, and I know it's in there. It's in my head somewhere, but I can't bring it out. Dude, I don't know. I'm at a blank.
To me, it would probably.
I'll think about it right now.
I gotta think real quick. Wait, no. I think my least favorite song would probably be from The Weeknd, and that's Life of the Party. Like, I used to listen to it a lot in like 6th grade, but I just lost the vibe to it, you know. And right now the one that I'm listening to like on repeat is Same Old Song, because I vibe with it, and it's like close to my heart for a personal reason, and I just vibe with it. It's like it's a really good bop.
Dude, least favorite song, you expected it. It's a Nickelback track. Her photograph. Look at this photograph.
on cell phone.
Dude, straight up Rockstar. Rockstar's my least favorite song of all time. I don't care what anybody says. I fucking hate Nickelback.
There's so many memes about Rockstar, and it's not even funny anymore.
Exactly. Like, it's gotten to the point where it's so oversaturated that it's like, okay, bud. So yeah, Rockstar by Nickelback. Pretty much any Nickelback song can go into this place, but...
Well, I mean, Nickelback is the most hated band in rock anyway.
Yeah, but it's like, I feel like to an extent they've transcended. Where it's like, it's no longer that they're the most hated band in rock. It feels like just the general public has gotten to hate Nickelback. And honestly, it makes me happy. Because to an extent, they deserve it. But at the same time, it's like, dude, it's just oversaturated. It's not fun. I hate that song. I hate Nickelback. Fuck Nickelback. Fuck Rockstar.
Damn.
I'm done.
Shit.
And, you know, before we're close to wrapping up, right?
Well, no, I don't even know, dude. Okay,
Just real quick, back to like the Joji topic real quick.
Yeah,
the first song that like got me into Joji was ironically Slow Dancing in the Dark. Like I just, it's a bop. I vibe with it. Hell yeah.
My first Joji song was what was it called? It was like Rain. No. What? No, it was Rain something. You guys remember it?
Rain?
What? No, it was Rain. It was like
Rain. That sounds like an unreleased track.
No, it's not. It's part of one of the albums. Let me find it real quick. It's oh my god, I can't find it. It's Rain on Me.
Oh, Rain on Me.
That was my first.
That
and
sounds
then,
like Take on Me.
Yeah. Rain. But then after that, it was then I got into that one song where it was what was his name? It was fucking. I want to say Charlie, but I'm like, no, it's that one song that goes like, I never see you, you know, fucking, you guys know what it is, right?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. For me, I think the first time that I heard Joji, I think it was the song Come Through off of that Ballads one. I think that was the first Joji song that I heard from a friend. Mm-hmm. But then I didn't really necessarily, I heard that song, but then I didn't necessarily find another song after that. I just kind of listened to the entire album. Yeah. So for me, it's Come Through.
Yeah. So, hey guys, do you guys remember Cool Math Games?
Cool Math Games? Oh yeah, dude.
Dude, you're bringing me back to a childhood.
You guys remember You guys remember Run 2 and Run 3?
Dude, I'd play those like almost all the time in the computer lab in like 6th grade.
You guys remember what was another game on there?
Balloon Tower Defense.
Dude, yeah, Balloon Tower Defense. Truckloader 3. Half the games on there aren't even like math related. They're just straight up like.
Yeah, dude. It's just straight up like.
Why the hell is it Cool Math Games when there's no math?
Because it's cool, okay?
So it can get past school censorship.
Yeah, because it's cool. It's not. There's no math in there. If you want math, you're lame-o. Nobody likes math.
Fucking hate math. I hate it with a passion. I swear to God.
I think we all do.
Oh yeah, fuck math.
Dude, remember when like. Remember when like we can just like have a salad at lunch.
Oh yeah, dude. You can't even have a fucking salad at lunch anymore.
Almost all the teachers take the good salad and you're left with like the Mexican salads.
We're just like, why can't we just like ever have a salad or something?
Yeah, dude. It's like fuck. Like I was thinking about that the other day.
The food there was pretty alright.
Yeah, dude. I went to lunch the other day and it was like fuck. Like I didn't have any money to go off campus, so I went to the cafeteria. That shit's like they're trying to institute better health standards. The shit ain't it. It's not it.
It ain't it. And so, yeah, I think my favorite item there at school was like chicken burgers, and that's it.
I think chicken burgers.
And occasionally, if they had like cheeseburgers, dude, little Hawaiian burgers.
Oh, and like the little double mini burgers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's I remember that kind of cool stuff. You guys wanna plug in something?
Yeah. Let me.
Yeah, I'll plug in your YouTube channel in the description. What is it?
Arigatou gozaimasu. I wanna means thank you.
I know.
Okay.
I've been there.
I
I've been there.
Like I said, I'm gonna plug in my YouTube, which
Yeah.
Steven's gonna put in the description.
Yeah, and tell it to everybody.
Cool Gus Bro 209 for my my YouTube, my Twitter, my Instagram, Xbox,
yeah.
and my Nintendo Switch code. I'm just gonna send it to the host because I need friends so I can beat their ass in Smash Bros.
You can.
Or just get demolished.
You can just like post your arena and smash. Like you can go on Twitter and be like, my arena number is so and so and so and so.
Oh, I didn't know that. I'm just playing a shit ton of Zelda because I haven't finished it.
I can beat you in Smash Bros. Little Mike.
Bet you still gotta accept me, or you gotta.
Oh yeah, I have
put
to.
my shit in.
Yeah. So that's your plugin. Just Instagram
and
whatever.
I like big booty bitches.
All right, I only have a couple.
Okay, whatever.
I'm gonna cut that out. That sounds so bad.
No, we're gonna keep that in.
We're keeping this in, bitch. I only got one thing to really plug, two things. Go ahead and check me out on Instagram. I have 2 Instagram accounts. I have Dream of Metal Mania, which I'll send to you. It's dream_of_Metal Mania.
Yeah.
And then I have a new Instagram that I'm trying to promote. It's called Punk Trash Covers. It's where I've been going through vocal transformations where I'm trying to actually learn how to sing. So on there, I'm just posting covers of songs that I enjoy. And so that's Punk Trash Covers. I'll go ahead and send that to you to put it in the description.
Yeah.
And then I don't have a YouTube channel or anything like that, but you guys just want to check me out and give me some support. I'm trying to go ahead and build up a fan base, and I'm really trying to put myself out there as an artist.
Do it. I'm doing that right now. So yeah, I guess that just does it for your plugins now, does it?
Yeah, I guess so.
All right. Well, I think that about wraps up today's episode of the Bacon Hour podcast, fellas. Who are you again?
I'm Cool Gus Pro 209, but my friends call me Brendan.
Yeah, I do.
And I am Alex, the Meat Man Gamboa.
Oh man.
Remember, kids, eat ass, smoke grass, but most importantly, do not forget your hall pass.
Okay, I was like, die fast. Whatever. All right. All right. Well, everybody have a good week, year, second, minute. Just stay positive, everybody.
Millennium.
Hello, everybody. I'm glad that you stuck around to the very, very end of this podcast episode because it is actually the finale. Yes, you finally made it to the end of season 1 of the Bacon Hour podcast. I would like to give thanks to all the guests that appeared and came on all the way since episode 1. They were all great. I love you all. And I like to thank everybody here at Oink Tweet Studios who have made this podcast possible. And I'd like to also thank you, the viewer, the listener, who's been sticking around since the first episode, and you've all been, loving this show. And so to that, I say, we're giving you another season. We're coming back someday, very soon, hopefully, and we're going to give you more podcast episodes and more cooler guests, so watch out for that in the future. Another big thanks that I'd love to give out to is to my buddy Alex, who was featured in today's finale episode, who did the new outro for the Bacon Hour podcast, so go ahead and go follow him, go give him some love, big thanks to that guy. Love you, G. In the meantime, enjoy the voice acting and have yourselves a good day. So, bye-bye.